Gather around, sci-fi fans. YouTube wants to tell you an origin story. If you're confused about how the first season of the big-budget YouTube premium show wrapped up, and what the developments may mean for the show to come, keep watching as we break down the twist-filled ending of the streaming service's newest hit. Origin starts on board a spaceship of the same name, with a small group of people left behind, 1 hour after an unexplained evacuation. Each passenger is seeking a new start, with a clean slate promised by the mysterious Siren organization and their colonization project on the distant planet Thea. It's a framework that justifies a lot of distrust between the passengers, especially the first two we meet, former Yakuza member Shun and former bodyguard Lana. Their relationship is founded on skepticism, but the two have little choice but to work together. Despite mutual paranoia, they become the leaders of the surviving passengers. The end of the season focuses on their relationship, with the two forming a tentative trust that ends in brutal betrayal. When the passengers come across injured crew members Evelyn Ray and Dr. Max Taylor, they soon discover that Taylor's possessed by an alien parasite, trying to mimic the behavior of a normal human being.
Max Taylor, medic, human.
An autopsy reveals the alien to be a slender worm that installs itself in the brain, where it can survive and reproduce. While the one attached to Taylor dies, one more lives on, taking up residence in the head of a crewman who calls himself Eric, which Lee later discovers is not his real name. After fake Eric is discovered to be another alien host, the passenger Henri makes an attempt to blast him out of an airlock. The plan fails, but Eric is still defeated shortly after. When his brain is examined, it's found that the alien escaped. Thus begins a season-long mystery. Which one of the passengers did the surviving alien jump to? As Origin draws nearer to Thea with the mystery of the alien still unresolved, the ship's AI goes into a failsafe mode, activating a security plan called Protocol 47. Detecting the presence of an alien life form, the ship begins emitting a lethal gas, moving through the ship with the aim of killing everything on board. Suddenly, instead of simply waiting out the threat, the survivors are forced to either solve the mystery or die trying. With Origin barreling toward Thea with no easy answers in sight, the passengers stockpile oxygen tanks to try and wait things out. But then Shun makes a horrifying discovery. Separate from the other passengers, he comes across two vital pieces of information. A video diary of Max reciting a childhood memory that Lana later presented as her own, and an audio recording of Lana rehearsing her own humanity.
They know I'm still here. I'm the only one still here.
As it turns out, the alien never had anything to do with the suspicious Balm or Katie. The truth is indisputable. Lana is the alien. But when did she become infected? In the beginning, Lana really is who she says she is. But halfway through the season, she ends up with the parasite that originally existed in fake Eric. To fill in the blanks, the final episode goes back to a few critical moments, showing new perspectives of what really happened while most of the characters weren't looking. When fake Eric escaped from Henri's attempted airlock attack at the end of episode 4, he fled to a pool room, finding Lana. Hunted, injured, and desperate to survive, the alien attacked her, traveling between the two of them and killing the first host in the process. This means that our heroine turned evil off-screen sometime between episodes 4 and 5. Ever since then, we've been watching Lana working to deceive the others and keep its alien self alive. After taking over Lana, the alien sabotaged any equipment that might have helped test for its presence. It also killed Lee and framed Katie. It's only found out because of its one known weakness: it can't access people's memories. But in Lana's case at least, this doesn't seem so clear-cut. Lana seems to still be in there somewhere. Not just bringing up old memories, but actually fighting for control of her own body. With that info in mind, it doesn't sound like the Lana we knew will be gone for long. If the series gets a second season, you can bet our heroine will figure out a way to vacuum out that alien worm. Before all of this happens, Ray and Abigail make a discovery that's arguably even more chilling than their encounters with the aliens. Not only are there terrifying monsters in the system that mimic human beings, Sirens seem to know about them. Specifically, Ray and Abigail discover that Thea has a neighboring world, Iris, that was kept secret from both passengers and crew. Based on video footage and files they find, it seems like it may be the alien homeworld, and it's very dangerous for humans. Ray deduces that Siren knew the planet was populated by hostile aliens and sent the Origin ship toward Thea anyway. The company also prepared for possible close encounters without telling most of the people on board.
That's why Protocol 47 exists. Because Siren knew there was hostile life near Thea.
Protocol 47, as Ray points out, is an emergency measure designed specifically to annihilate crews compromised by parasites, but the show also hints at the secret in more subtle ways. In the third episode Ray flashback, Dr. Taylor is surprised to discover that the ship has guns on board. Also, Captain Sanchez seems extremely certain that Cell 50 is a lost cause when it's breached by an asteroid impact, almost as though she knew that asteroid might carry hostile life. It's information that throws everything the crew and passengers may have took on faith into serious doubt. With that in mind, it's hard to imagine what might be waiting on the planet's surface. Paradise as promised, or some terrible new threat? The season ends with an ominous message, and it couldn't be more clear of a warning. Don't land on Thea. Given what the Origin passengers know by the final episode, all the lofty promises they've been sold about Thea become questionable at best. Iris, at least, seems completely overrun by the same aliens the Origin passengers have been evading for a week. Is Thea compromised too? Origin doesn't end in a way that wraps things up conclusively. It feels like it's just getting started. What is Siren's real goal on Thea, and why don't the passengers know about it? What's the situation on the planet? Will Henri survive? What about Lana? And hey, is that conversation about faster-than-light experiments, space-time curves, and time travel going to amount to anything?
They're like tiny time travel machines. So in theory, you could relive moments from your past or your future.
One way or another, it seems the Origin survivors are far from done fighting for their lives. Maybe they should just turn the ship around and try returning to Earth. Who knows? The possibilities seem endless. So here's hoping we get to see what all these Origin stories are building toward with a Season 2.